Hello people, and welcome to Bit Lists. Today's topic is going to be video game weapons. Be it for the power, the design, creativity, whatever, these are my picks for the greatest in gaming's arsenal. Remember, we're not talking power-ups. These are the tools you can take along with you, and you can fight as long as you're alive. Let's go. Kicking it all off and replacing the frown, we have a classic. I could insert a Capcom, why you do this? Please shoot me for that. Thanks. Let's be original. This one stems from basic viewpoints. What's the one thing people associate Mega Man with? His voice? Well, that just ain't right, Captain. Fuck your speech! Here's my words. Pew pew! Pew. Screw the jumps. Screw the glowy orb death. The best shade of blue in the world's king of shooting. Through a charge or simple pot shots, the Mega Buster excels in lateral range and power. Its compressed burst of the frickin' sun shot in your face. Shots fired span across the entire screen, and deal reliable pain to anything you're up against. True Mega fans use nothing but this handy tool. It can defeat the dangers with no hassle. The other weapons are often fun and deadly, but you can always go the way of the Buster. It's been a design choice smiled upon for generations, using every bit of Mega Man media in some way or shape. Of all his weapons, it's the most iconic, and certainly the most practical. Just can't go wrong. I think it's safe to assume swords are pretty damn boss. Powerful, practical, and sweet mama fucker. They're some of the coolest looking too. But there is no sword better than Galaxia. This is otherwise known as Meta Knight's sword. Though the name holds less evident notoriety than its wielder, it's a sword with unmatched power. The games oddly don't cover the mythos of this weapon, but there is much clarity with the anime's canon retrospective. Basically, the sword was crafted by a flame deity, whom gave it will and a life of its own. It was left alone for its true intended wielder to seek out. After fulfilling a mission and losing a close friend, Galaxia found its rightful owner in our favorite badass. So, okay, certainly explains how he got the sword. It also explains why he's so fucking powerful. Galaxia can be used for swordplay, ranged attacks, anything. Seriously, every ability Meta Knight has derives from the sword. The blasts of energy, the elemental strikes, the mock tornadoes, and I'd even wager it makes Meta Knight himself stronger, faster, and that's probably where the warping for his cape comes from. The blade fades out of reality when sheathed. Don't care for the lore? Alright. Remember Brawl? Yeah, you remember. Those cuts are permanent. So, the riddle's been solved. Why is Meta Knight so OP? Because he's got a god in his pocket, and it feels reminiscent of a classic fable. It having only one master and that nobody else can claim it? Yeah, Sword in the Stone classic right there. It makes an already cool character a fucking ninja demigod. That, and it can talk. Master Sword, Caliburn, every other fucking take on this idea.
You've much yet to learn.
Yeah, what he said. Well, this is a bit of a fix. Ironically, being a topic I'm already scripting for a major project in depth, the weapons of Team Fortress 2 are, quite frankly, the best I've seen an FPS get. But for the rare occasion, let's highlight something I'm actually not covering later. The stock weapons. You know what I'm talking about, the ones everybody starts with. Statistically, there's not a thing wrong with them, but some are more creative and enjoyable to use than others. Special instance right here. Whereas I would traditionally go with the fantastically powerful scattergun or sticky launcher, Mr. Freeman's up from another nap. Why is Pyro such a common target for criticism? People call him for noobs all the time, and that he's an overpowered piece of septic scum. You know that's a load of shit, right? I'll stick up for him later, but for now, the flamethrower. Okay, I've chose this weapon for one reason. Its versatility. That's the last thing you think about a hose expelling a hot stream of, oh, grow up. Don't play dumb. Pyros aren't stupid. In addition to serving its offensive purpose, as in the most lethal thing this side of the friggin' minigun, it's proven to be insanely viable. Extinguishing allies saves almost as much lives as a multitasking medic. Reflecting projectiles at the proper time can wipe out small crowds. And the force knockback. Highly evolved harassment. For a weapon you start out with, it sure has a lot of functions. It's not entirely about killing. Ironically, the weapon of choice for a pyrophilic psychopath. Fuck your charge and say hi to Ganon for me.
No, it burns!
Hey, look who's catching on. You want to talk innovative? Flush that normal gun down the shitter. Can't do one of these without mentioning my favorite games of all. So Alpha Dream's gift to the masses returns once more. We all know Mario's always popping some new flavor he found in the dirt to make new bitches, but not even his own head, hammer, mega mushroom, fucking anything could have prepared his bottomless arsenal for the year of Luigi. You can call using gravity as a weapon something creative. I'll give you that any day. But how about using your own sibling as pure energy? Never heard of that? Enter the dream world, where life is perfect, no worries are seen, and minds are blown. Would you care to look at this? Seeing how Mario and Luigi 4 dips into the subconscious realm, it was interesting to see just how creative they could have gotten. But turning one of the most gentle and wimpiest things ever coded into a fully concepted dream deity, you drove the point past Hell Avenue. Think of this as the character of Luigi turned into God. Since he's free to dream and make shit up as he goes, Dreamy Luigi literally has no limit here. Not only does he help Mario fight in the dream world, he leads him. Dreamy Luigi is like a living element. Every tactic, every offensive move Mario can make is now cranked up to anime-styled mayhem and city-crushing power. I don't have words. Look with your very eyes. Like, oh my god, Luigi, holy shit. Sublime beauty. Anything that recreates real-life forces of nature and even recaps Pacific Rim, you know you're gonna be hard to beat in all senses. Keep dreaming, Saiyans. Tell you what, that's gonna be hard to top. What, no guesses? Yeah, I did it! Putting Pokemon as #1 choice. Someone not thinking things over won't get it. Allow me to paraphrase. What makes a weapon efficient? It should rightfully be an implement of power, viability, good protection, and a thing of beauty, as all might go on about. Well, just think about what Pokemon are, exactly. Something within and by us all, filled with power, viability, good protection, and you know, they kinda are a thing of beauty, aren't they? Game Freak wouldn't simply gyp us. They wouldn't just give us funky looking animals. It's a little something more than just seeing Gen 5. From day one to even our first experience with these creatures, they've more than satisfied the sensations we all seek from the medium. Whether it's for the empowerment appeal, fascination appeal, or even as simple as wanting a new friend, Pokemon, they do it all. Sure, there's the obvious bit, use them for their godlike power. But make sure your villain qualities are decent before sending in that resume. Besides, there's just all that more to them than just power. You could think of them as the very essence of matter, encompassing the forces of nature, space, time, and technology into some of the most badass, brilliant, and cutest goddamn things drawn up. And it's not like they need you to do anything. Many of them happen to be guardians, deities even, and many parallel the animals we've come to know. Just the fact that they choose to stand by your side shows us that they're weapons with a brain and soul. I think it's a bit more out of respect. And I just love the idea of this to no visible end. No matter how cute, ugly, disturbing, wimpy, dangerous, or Rule 34-ish they get, every single one has the ability to challenge any limit and be your bestest pal. They're perfect for anyone who loves Earth's own creatures. And hell, I'm sure weapon junkies can easily attach themselves. Admit to liking them or not, they've always been there for us, and always will be. I'm sure you've killed plenty with your weapons of choice, but how many of them can command deadly elements? Be a god? Share their life with you? Smile? Care back? Exactly. Rocket launcher? Voltaic dragon. Pistol? God. That is all, and good night.